There's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer, a screamer.
What is going on, entertainers? So in this video, you're going to see Dimitri from Bobby's I Love You Per, basically talking about his experience on the show, why he ended up leaving, his experience with Zeus and everything. I did reach out to him for an interview. Let me know if you guys still want it, to be honest, because this video literally answers all the questions I have for him. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, what's the point? You feel me? So let me know if you guys still would want one. All right. Wet made this live so much funnier. Like, this is why she deserves to be on Baddies, okay? Because she is comedic gold. She's comedic gold. Like, it's crazy. I was cracking up all through this live. All right, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about Dimitri's exit, and let me know what you guys think. All right.
On YouTube, of course, but the bus thing, you know, we're given instructions, wear an outfit, go onto the bus, and, you know, sit accordingly. So I'm sitting where there's space for myself. I'm just chilling, minding my business. And then, you know, bosses, wink, wink, they give you a prompt, you know, what are your thoughts on the mansion? What are your thoughts on this and this and that? And when we first took it, everyone was talking over each other. And I'm like, oh my God, like no one, you know, can understand what they're saying. It's like screaming over one another. Nothing is audible. Nothing, like, it's not going to be substantial dialogue. And at one point, I'm telling myself, like, you know, I'm not trying to be that leader and, like, scream, but, like, you know, I'm not going to speak and then have, like, it's not going to make any sense. So then, like, you know, I was very sunburned. I will say, like, going to the beach every day with sunscreen, I was red like motherfucking crusty to make me look, you know, not burned. Back to the bus. I was just chilling, minding my business. And then that's when Tony was like, some of us look blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And then I felt like, you know, eyes on me, and
he was talking about you.
Yeah, and I'm like so drowsy, and I'm burned from the sun. I'm like, why does this guy want to like talk to me? So that's when, you know, I was like, oh, like I'll give you my honest reaction, and I was very excited, you know, to go to the house, meet Bobby. I've been following Bobby for quite some time. He's a cutie patootie like myself, and you know, I wanted it to be a very uplifting experience, but it wasn't. So he says that whole thing about, like, you know, I'm not happy about the house. I give my thoughts, and then it triggered me, and I'm like, all right, you know, I'm an inter-district of the Metro, meaning all you're going to show me is this.
That took me out.
That the Metro
took me out. I was on the floor. I was like, oh, I like him.
And, you know, for me, I didn't see it as, like, you know, hidden offensive language towards any
group. A lot of people say you was trying to come off as racist. In your honest opinion, do you think that was, like, racist, Miss Wet, like what he was trying to say?
Honestly, no, it wasn't given. Crush was like, you were being racist, and it just wasn't giving that. I felt like you read them one by one. You know what I'm saying?
The fans, do y'all, to the fans, question to the fans, do y'all feel like Dimitri was giving racist? Because a lot of the cast members were saying, you know, just gotta clear it up.
Well, I mean, I just want to share this and add it on. So, like, you know, we all know I'm about travel, this and that. That's just why I'm identity-wise. So, like, when I go to D.C., I take the Metro to get around between National Mall, Foggy Bottom, Bethesda, like all around. When I'm in Philly, I have my girls and boys in Philly. I take SEPTA. When I'm in New York, I take the subway. It was San Francisco. Oh, the bar. I've been all around. You could even check my Instagram. I've been to all these cities.
Okay, so you international.
Well, that's domestic, but yes, international. Yeah, I do have some upcoming trips that I can't talk about. But yes, I'm international.
Oh, he said that's domestic.
No, it is domestic, but you know. Even like I was in London 2 years ago, I took the tube, the subway, the Metro. That's all it was. We all take public transit. It's okay.
Period. I take it every day.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay. Let me see the fans.
Do y'all have any questions for Dimitri?
I see some of them saying, "Are you going to go to the reunion? This and that." You know.
Are you going to go to the reunion, Dimitri?
Well, listen, I would love to attend. It's just that, you know, I did listen. I'm going to constantly put in a hotel, and they wanted to tell me, "Oh, you're going to be the star of the show," which, humbly, I got to say, it is the truth. And you know, I'm very, you know, fortunate, and I respect that. Nor was that my intention. I really wanted to find love because on the show, no shame to the sex workers. It's just people who do OnlyFans, webcam, so they want the exposure for business. And then you have,
So he throwing shade.
No, I'm keeping it. Okay. I own my night.
You say keep it real.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
somebody gonna consider it shade, but that's okay because we got some OnlyFans workers.
No, I have many friends who are that's what I want to support themselves, so be it. But they wanted that exposure to get that bread. There was someone else, I forgot his name. He was like launching his own clothing line, up and coming music, like the big guy. He was like a musician, up and coming. Yeah, him. And I'm just like, all right, this exposure, you want that? Like, oh, I'm on that show to get this title with the record. Like, it didn't make any sense. Like, I said in my casting tape, I made the casting tape right here in my living room on a stack of books. I said,
can we see your background? Can we see around your
background?
So I have my clothes. Some of them are folded, a kitchen table, a fridge, and then some artwork from Greece.
Can we get a tour of the house?
You got to send an NDA for that.
Okay. Well, can we see if you got a clean bathroom?
It's looking a little, it's gross.
Whoa.
Okay. So we know your bathroom.
We're getting down to details.
I'm just trying to see something.
But though, going back to the whole bus situation, anytime I wanted to say something, they'd always latch on to me like, no, this, no, that. And I'm asking myself, like, what am I doing? Like, if I can't give my thoughts to get recorded, not that I'm seeking camera time, it's just we all gave each other individual times to speak and express our feelings. And I want to say something. It's like, oh, World War III, and I'm like, gentlemen, like, I got to talk. So basically, I just kept it mute. And I remember, I'm not going to tell you who, but someone was like, you have to hold a duffel bag. And I knew what they were doing. And before the duffel bag thing, one of the security guards, he was like, gentlemen, jewelry off. When he said jewelry off, I'm like, now it's with the shit. And regardless of what people say or not, I do have a fighting background. I used to do karate when I was younger. I used to do boxing. But, yeah, that's why, I snuck a little, what's his name? I snuck the guy with the curly hair.
Crush.
Well, to me, he's Shirley Temple from Strawberry Man.
His name is Colgate now.
Oh, I haven't even got to the show, but Colgate.
Oh, but you should have stayed tuned.
Well,
look, I was busy. I was busy doing other
Shirley
things.
Temple, like the little girl with the curly hair from Strawberry Mansion. If you're from Philly, you know Strawberry Mansion. That's the shit. But just keeping it real. Basically, I was holding the bag, and then after I changed my sneakers, and we're talking, and I'm looking this way. All of a sudden, I get decked right in the side of the head, and all I could do with a crumpled hand, like I kind of clobbered him like that, like I scratched his, and I grabbed his shirt. Now, if I didn't have that pressure of the bag, I would have been absolutely, I would have been swinging. But how can I do that when I'm like talking this way, and then boom? You know what I mean?
But you got that ass back. But you got you got that ass back.
Oh, absolutely. And like I don't. Oh, I know. And I don't mind going. Honestly, God, I don't mind going. We have no issue. Like I could square up with him. I have no issue squaring up with anyone. I'm not looking for constant. Okay. I wanted to understand.
We understand. You have no problem fighting.
Not at all. Not at all.
Do you think you can squash things? Do you think you can hash it out with any of them? If it was one of them, if it's one person you can say that you'll hash it out with, who would it be?
From the bottom of my heart, I'm not mad at anyone. I don't hold any grudges. Like I'm not throwing shade. I was the youngest guy. I was barely 25, fighting idiots in their early 30s. Mm-hmm. So I don't have any issues with any. Honestly, like if I were to see any of them in their cities, I would keep a high height. That's it. But if they lunge at me, both hands are. I'm lunging at them back. But if I got to talk to anyone, if I got to choose, I'll talk to Cusco. I got no issue with him. Like I really have no issue with anyone. Like I don't care. This is in the past. I move on. I've had my fair share of brawls and bars. The street. Like I'm not proud of it, but I'm all about self-defense. You get hit, you give a hit, you move on. That's how I see it.
Okay, so tonight's episode, it went down. I mean, you was at Hot Wheels. He came wheeling over there, trying to let you know this and that. If this go on, then this. It's up, basically. So what happened with
the
whole throwing?
After, I did my fighting between, I fought Cusco, I fought Shirley Temple from Strawberry Mansion, Sierra from Love and Hip Hop, Holly without a wig, Rel wanted to get into it, and then, of course, Rolling Ray Part 2. They all got to like a minute. So they pull us aside. So long story short, it's just chill time. People are doing their drugs, which is like we're grown to do drugs. I don't really care. I'm talking to one of the PAs. She was this cute girl from San Diego. She lives in North Hollywood.
Well,
and then they're like,
how did the whole fight, like,
all
before
right,
everything?
all right, yes. So I come back from the hotel.
Forget about production and the
So,
boys.
The cast members and the cast members only.
That's it. The boys.
Right. So I was invited to get food. You know, what's his face? Tony. He was like, you know, Dimitri's disrespectful, this and that, because prior to that conversation, he told me he's from Jersey, lives in the Northeast originally. He moved to Houston, and he told me how when he was now paralyzed due to that misfortune of the crossfire of the gun exchange, he was like,
he will be talking about that.
Yeah, so I'm going to, elaborate more. And by the record, I never put him down for that. He was just like, I used to make fun of people who were in wheelchairs. So what I wanted to say was, but I didn't get the fucking camera, I would have said, I'm a very spiritual person. I think God had him get shot, okay, to alter his perspective, not to make fun of those in a community that are disadvantaged, that are disabled, and to humble oneself and to create a different perspective. Me, I've done my fair share in humanitarian development work when I was in the district. I don't mock anyone for them being positive, whatever disability they may have. You don't put people down like that. But he wanted to put people down, and guess what God did? He's like, you know what? You want to put them down? We're going to alter your perspective. And I wanted to say that on camera. But remember I told you, Miss Wetland? I don't know. And you want to say you don't know? All right, I'm out. So to the plate thing, I'm eating the food, and he comes my way with the camera. And security was like, gentlemen, if you're not recording, no fighting. But I see the camera, I have food, let's do it. So when I hear him cursing and screaming, you know what? I have to, humble him. So that's when I threw my Mexican rice and beans, the water, the sour cream, and I felt bad.
The Mexican rice and beans.
Yeah, it was Mexican. I love it.
Dimitri. They said, Team Dimitri. Do you drink red wine?
So I threw the food. Yeah, I threw the food, and then all of a sudden, Cusco from Emperor's New Groove, Love and Hip Hop Sierra without her wig on, and then Rick Off Safari with the Bahamian accent. They all like, and I'm like, like it just wasn't making any sense. Like no one knew how to coexist, like nothing. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, dirty, and they're like, and I'm like, I'm doing random dumb.
Okay, so basically, you're done. That was it, basically.
Okay,
yeah.
So
then
a lot of people saying, why did you just leave up and leave?
Okay, I know I'm gonna give that right now. So after I did that food scene, Bobby, not boy Bobby, someone else Bobby from the team was like, "What were you thinking?" And then Bakari came out, and I felt bad because Bakari was fighting Love and Hip Hop Sierra without her wig on, and he had a butt lip, and they're just going at it.
Hold on, who is that? Because I'm not. Who is Sierra without the wig?
Well, I told Rel, he reminds me of Sierra from Love and Hip Hop.
Who? I gotta look Sierra up.
Just hey, I'm not no TaylorMade, because TaylorMade, he was crying. I was swinging. Are you kidding me? No. TaylorMade was like, New York, they're hitting me. I'm like, boom, boom. But anyway, so why I did Zeus dirty? Well, the question, whatever you asked, I'm sorry. So
why did you leave?
Yeah, I love it. So Bakari comes out, and he's like, Dimitri, wouldn't let me back in the house. And I'm waiting for the camera guy to get my restaurant through the plate of food. So I called my own Uber. I had my purse, my debit, my credit cards, my license, my everything. And I hit up one of my boys from LA who moved to Miami. I'm like, my man, let's go bar hopping. It's like a disaster for me. So I went to the Uber. I went to South Beach. I went to Twist, Nathan's, great nightclubs in Miami. And we're just, going out, we're having fun, and I get blown up by everyone. Where are you? We need you for the name ceremony. And my philosophy is, call me, bitter, but you dick me around, I'm going to dick you around. So.
And that was the end with Dimitri.
Yeah.
There y'all have it. That was the end.
And between you and me, I don't feel bad doing Bobby. Like, Bobby's a very handsome guy. I don't feel bad doing him dirty.
Bobby is very handsome, yeah.
No, he is. And, I would always feel like we kind of resemble one another, soulmates resemble, like, where they're arched eyebrows, we're both pretty boys, that kind of thing. And by me saying, the guys are like, oh, that's this, that's that. I'm like, no, a pretty boy comes in all races and ethnicities. Anyone could be a pretty boy.
Mm-hmm. Well, Dimitri. Whoo, yes. Is Tony up here? Is Tony up here? Do you want to say anything to Tony? Or do you want to say anything to any of your cast members?
To all my gentlemen, reach for the stars, get that bag, find true love. I don't hold any grudges. To my sneakers, what goes around comes around. Karma will get you. To Tony, I'm going to pray for you. I really hope that God, reinstills your opportunity to walk again and to come over paralysis. I don't put people down for that disability. To my other gentlemen, just reach for the stars, accomplish your goals, and, be healthy. I have no bad intentions, no bad blood. I'm over it. Like, I really do not hold grudges. Like, I have upcoming trips. I have projects. I've been working. Like, I don't have time to hold grudges. Let it go. You hit me, I hit you. It is what it is. Like, that's it.
So can we see you at the reunion?
That's not up to me. That's up to if I get invited. And just to piggyback.
Well, baby, you're gonna get invited. Come on now. You're
Would
excited.
I go to the reunion? Absolutely.
You're
I would go. Would I fight?
want you to go. I want to see you.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna
I
fight.
want to see you. I mean, do like keep that same energy. One thing I can say, keep the same energy you had at the reunion. That's the only advice that
I don't back down from you. Always.
I would love to see you there, and I know everybody else would love to see you there. Hold grudges, you're over it. You know what I'm saying? You have your own life and you're living it.
So do y'all want to see Dimitri at the reunion?
What was that?
I'm asking the fans, do they want to see you at the reunion?
As long as it didn't conflict with my travel and work schedule, I'll go.
Okay.
Leave your comments down below. We are out, babies.
No personal thing.